Yeah, that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around as well. It's like, when does a funny joke meme coin with people, like I would say you have the OG, like original Dogecoin folks that have been hardcore believers forever, right? They would like to see this currency be a real thing. Then you have a lot of people, and there's a lot of these other coins like Mooncoin and a whole slew of them that people are just, I mean, when you look on Twitter, it makes you sick because you look at some of the infographics that are posted is like, we're going to go, it's all about pumping the coin. And I'm just like, oh man, some people are going to get burned here. It just makes you like, there's so many people are buying into this and they don't realize that there's some big people that are just going to dump the second this hits a certain price. So, but Doge is different in that I feel like it actually has a chance to turn the corner and not be a joke meme coin, but be a real thing. And I'm wondering what has to happen to where you and I say like, oh crap, maybe we should hold some Doge because this is becoming a real thing. Part of me is I see Elon's demands on what Doge should do and about increasing block time. And he's got a list of things that he would like to see happen in the project. And you have to think if you're those core developers, if you go off and you actually adopt and really take Elon's suggestions and run with them, does this not become a permanent fixture and a top 5 coin for the long term?
Yeah, I think what's really fascinating is it brings the question of what is a currency, right? And ultimately, a currency is a religion, right? It is a belief system. And so whether it's the US dollar, it's Bitcoin, it's Doge, or the euro or the yen, right? It's just both parties in a transaction believe it has value and are willing to exchange it for goods or services. And we can argue over if something is a good currency or not in terms of its store of valuability. But really, if it stores any value at all, no matter how good or bad it is at it, and is used as a medium of exchange by two parties, then it is a currency. And so I think that what becomes fascinating to me is there's an entire generation of kids that are growing up and they just think very differently, right? I'm in my early 30s and already I've got a brother who's 24. His relationship with money is so different than mine. I one time asked him how he sends money to his friends and he said Venmo and Uber. And I said, what do you mean Uber? And he says, well, if we take a ride together, he goes, when we get out, we split it. And I was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. But yes, technically there is a quote unquote sending of money to your friends. Now, when you think about that, you start to say, well, what is a currency to him? It's all digital. Like he doesn't interact with physical cash. He doesn't ever go into his bank and send wires or do anything that would require you to understand currencies. It's literally just numbers on a screen. And so if one of the numbers on the screen will make you laugh and all of your friends are using it too, it becomes a currency.
Yeah.
Right.
And make you some money at the same time on the side. Like,
yeah. So again, and I think that this is true of Bitcoin and a whole bunch of these assets. And ultimately, it was true of dollars at one point too. Right. And so I think that you're just seeing a new generation of people. And again, story as old as time. Right. How many currencies have risen and fallen and done all of this? And so I think that it's right now I'm in kind of observer mode. I don't necessarily have like investment thesis off of it, but it's absolutely fascinating to watch this stuff unfold. And I don't think that it's going to reverse anytime soon.